Happy Friday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your chief enabler for a lot of different things, Shared Visions Unlimited, publishing and marketing. And today I'm going to talk about copywriting and marketing. I've been a compulsive writer for a long time, and I've been writing and creating marketing materials probably for 30 or 40 years. And I also went to AWAI, which is American Writers and Artists Institute Copywriting Bootcamp in 2015, 2017, and I've signed up. Both of those were in Delray Beach, Florida, and there's one coming up this month here, and it's all online. And I've also become a member of their Ultimate program. Basically, I've subscribed to everything they've ever created related to copywriting. So I've been doing copywriting for a long time, and I've maybe up until today, I've never really presented myself as a copywriter. I've always been put it in terms of marketing or publishing. I've been helping people publish books. Last year, but helped a lot of people publish books in the year before. And I've published online courses. I've done some marketing campaigns for sell tickets, concert tickets, theater tickets, all sorts of things. And I've been using writing to promote my own things and some of the things that Bonnie's been doing too. So what marks a difference here is I'm going to talk about copywriting here and offer my services as a copywriter. Copywriting is a very big word. Really, it covers anything that uses words. In the marketing perspective, it's usually things that words used to persuade people to buy things, learn more, sign up for stuff. And it can come in many different formats. Can be a business to consumer. If you've got a service, you're a coach, whatever it is, you're using copywriting techniques and marketing strategies in order to attract people into your program. And a business to business is you're writing white papers, all that kind of thing, and you're trying to get other businesses. Say you've got something of use to the hydrogen energy industry, then you write out to other people doing projects and get business to business projects going. So I wrote an article today that lists off the kinds of things, like a bit my background and influences. I've been basically I've been a follower of AWAI since about 2014. I now have access to all the courses that they've ever created. I've been to a number of events. I really love the people involved with that, and I have many people associated with that in the industry. I've also been influenced and read and learned under Ray Edwards, Dave D, Marie Forleo, a number of other people for marketing, Russell Brunsen, and others. And so I've got a pretty diverse background of experiences and also trainings. And so let's go take a look at this article. It's at sharedvisions.com/copywriting, and you can go check that out later. And I'll just run through this here. So there's the main website. This is a blog post. There's some guy there. Gonna have to tinker with that a little bit. And what I just said here is a bit about me being a compulsive writer, and I've been studying copywriting and marketing for a long time. The other thing that you may not know is that I've been a specialist in a number of business platforms. My main platform that I use is Kartra. It's an all-in-one business platform. It allows for creating websites, landing pages, email campaigns, and much more, text campaigns, all sorts of things. And I was interested in it primarily because I wanted to create online courses. It's a very good membership platform that I use. for courses that I've provided, also for clients, and I have a thing called the Life Vault, which has levels of security, which comes in really handy in family story context. But so, and the other one I've also got some familiarity with is High Level. I've helped clients out with a number of other platforms. And if you're using something, I can probably figure it out and make it happen. The main problem with all these business platforms is no matter how easy they try to make it be to actually do things, if you don't understand what they're trying to achieve, or what even the words mean, then it's a problem. So that's where I can help you with that. Video everywhere. I've got my 10,000 hours of video production in. I've created tons of all sorts of videos on everything from food security, basically organic gardening, almost anything you can do. Hundreds of videos on music and concerts, all that kind of thing. And I've done an inordinate number of videos related to churches, and that's ironic because I'm not a member of any church, but I've done hundreds of services for Unity of Nashville, Unity of Vancouver, and some Lynn Valley United Church, all sorts of things. I've also created some pretty good documentary type videos. I do lots of training videos, and I do broadcasts like this. I've done a lot with video, and I use it as an important part of marketing strategy too. So one of the things, this is something that I do, it's a power posting strategy. And if you go back and take a read of this article, if you figure out what this is, and I'm just gonna read it out here. It says, first of all, you start off with a compelling landing page with a call to action. And the landing page could be a separate page, separate website, or it could be a blog post on your website, anything along those lines. Then I optimized it for search engine optimization. Some people think SEO is obsolete. I don't believe that. I think it doesn't hurt. People are searching. If they end up on your page, it's all a good thing. I get it linked to Google Search Console. And that gets it indexed as fast as it possibly can be. Some of the other search engines like Bing pick that up later. It more or less happens automatically, but in Google, you can push it along. And then I'll compose a text post that goes out in various Facebook. I'm a member. I've created a number of Facebook groups or Facebook pages, a couple of groups, Facebook pages, along with my regular Facebook account profile, and push it out. Then I'll do a video like this I use StreamYard, and right now it's going out to YouTube, LinkedIn, 4 different Facebook pages, and it could go out to X and other platforms. I've limited to these main ones here, and I often, if I think if it's of interest, I'll take the audio from the podcast and I'll use Buzzsprout to put it out, to syndicate it out to podcasts. That could be Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. There are some people who just really cater to the podcast, these audio podcasts, and have some success. I haven't focused on it, and I've had a few things that get traffic, but it's not my main focus, but it could be yours. And then this is a part of the magic here, is to go visit wherever this is posted. And if you create a comment, and then if you add and links, what I meant to say was likes. If you basically interact, you can interact with your own post. And the more people interact with the post, the more the platform will promote it to other people. So that's the kind of thing. And then you might consider some paid advertising. I find I've had pretty good success, especially for something like a concert tickets with Facebook, because for $40 on Facebook, you can get things out. You can get thousands of people to look at it, where more than you might get with organic posting. And the whole strategy here is to get well listed in searches and drive traffic in a few hours. If you got followers on those pages, if they interact, that's all good. But the whole purpose is to get people into your page, your landing page, and that will lead to sales. If you have something people will pay for, that's easier said than done. I find things, if I'm trying to promote a theater production or a concert that people really want to go to, it's just a matter of saying, oh, here it is, and here's the link, and here's where you click to pay. It's really easy, but a lot of things may take a lot more work to convince people that they want it. It all depends. But the whole thing is you need to get traffic into these offers. So webinars and presentations. I've been involved with quite a few speak to sell groups. I'm especially like Dave D's formula for doing presentations and webinars, and these can be very successful. I know some real estate investor people who are looking for private investors for real estate investment, and they have had invited people, sort of curated people to come to listen to maybe a 20-minute presentation, or a bit longer maybe, and some question and answers, who have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars, and maybe even up to $1 million in new investment commitments. So these things can really work, but you have to have something to offer. I have hosted a number of things. I have various tools to do it, and we can have a discussion what's the best way for you to do it. I can help with your scripting and all that kind of thing. And here's something relatively simple that probably everybody needs to do, and is online presence tuning. So I sometimes will suggest that you take a look, go see what you look like online. Go to your LinkedIn profile, see what you're offering. Are there links to your websites? Are there links to your offers? Do you even mention your offer? And the worst thing is, it's presenting something that you're not doing now. Maybe it's something 5 years ago you're interested in and you're not involved with it. And so when people go to your LinkedIn profile, they get a completely wrong sense of what you're doing. Again, your website, other social media platforms, YouTube channel, are they all presenting a similar brand, similar idea, all leading to your current offer? So all of that can really make a difference. And that's one of the things I'll do is I can do an online audit of all your resources and come up with some recommendations about how to do it to fix. And many of the things are not difficult to fix. It's maybe changing the wording, adding a few more sections to your profiles, doing a few things like that. My wife Bonnie is really good at that kind of stuff. So, but it can make a big difference. And the other thing, this is sort of related to my publishing courses and books, is your golden publishing sales machine. I developed this a while ago, and it leverages your book and your course and with marketing strategies in order to get known. And maybe one of the reasons you created a course or a book is to get speaking engagements, get on stages, either live events, in-person events, or virtual events. So the sales machine helps get that word out. It uses a lot of different strategies and tools, including publicity, to get everything out and get you known in the world and sell stuff, basically. And so I also have had, over the years, sometimes people want to do things that are beyond them, both in terms of capability and time, and also expense. So some of the campaigns could have a lot of moving parts, a lot of blog posts, some videos, email sequences, all sorts of things. And when you all add it up and you pay a decent rate for a publisher, a marketer, copywriter, it can be a lot of money. So I have some success in previous years with doing a base, basically a minimum base to make it worthwhile, plus commission offer. And I, not in the copywriting thing, I helped with an online system in order to deliver human resources assessments. There's psychometric assessments, and it ended up with all of us. I started with a base plus a referral fee, and then base plus commission. It ended up so that we were able to keep the whole thing going for probably a decade longer than it could have, because we were on a flexible thing. We got, when in the slow months, we got paid small amount of commission, and then in the more busy months, we made a lot of money for everyone, and we kept it going. Everybody made a lot of money doing that. So that's something, if you've got something that you can sell, people want to buy, you don't know how to really market it, you don't know, you don't have the money to pay somebody to market it for you, let's talk, and maybe we can work out something. And the other thing is, I've mentioned AWAI, and so I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of things that I do, and but there are a lot of things I really don't know, and I don't have the experience with it. And so one of the reasons for having this Infinity program of access to everything they've ever created is if you've got something, a special kind of thing that you want to do, and I have limited experience with it, I can go and I can do the course, that online course that AWAI provides. I also have access to many of the experts within the AWAI community, and I might even recommend somebody out of that community to do the work if it's not appropriate for me. But the basic thing here is, whatever it is you might need, let's have a conversation about it, and we'll see how to figure out how to do it, and how to do it in a very effective way. So I'll just go through some of these things here. The main course that they've had for a long time is Accelerated Program for Seven-Figure Copywriting. So it's a very big, comprehensive copywriting courses. And then here, this thing here is the $1 Billion Secrets from the Legends of Copywriting. Almost all of the main people, Dan Kennedy, Clayton Makepeace, all of the big writers, copywriters, and marketers have spoken at AWAI events at some point, and so they've got these in the vault. And then there's some specialty things for the health market, financial market, self-improvement market, and then nonprofits. Some people, it's not all about money. Sometimes effective writing can help out with nonprofits and fundraising, all that kind of thing. And here's copywriting for a cause. So it's something you really believe in. You want help with case studies. This is very important with business to business, right? Marketing is case studies, is how you explain what it is you're doing. And professional service providers, that could be coaches. And then here's a thing called write high impact emails. Email is still very valuable tool for marketing. It's, other people will say, well, you can do other things, network marketing and other things. But I think you'd be making a mistake if you abandon your email marketing strategy. And for the most part, it's not that hard. If you write a blog post, or if you write social media posts, it's not hard to adapt that to email. And the Digital Copywriter's Handbook, to talk about the different nuances between different kinds of digital writing. And SEO, go to the SEO content writer. As I mentioned, I think SEO is still important if you want search engines to find you. There's a new thing now for AI, is there's some new strategies related to search engine optimization, is AI optimization. And so that's kind of interesting. Site content audits made simple in a way that offer I made for doing a review of your online presence. That's very similar to that. I look at your website and I look at your social media profiles, all things. What else? What else is up here? Oh, okay, there we go. Here's a lot of courses related to business copywriting, email copywriting again, white paper writer. So there are some people who specialize in just creating white papers. I've got quite a bit of science background. I haven't written any for a client, but it's probably something I could do pretty well. And I would go to this course and just get the inside tips on it. Here, this is lead generation specialist, which is a lot of what I do with the power posting. That's a lead generation strategy. And websites, all sorts of good things, blog writing, newsletter things. There's a Ryan Dice course in here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it might be intriguing to take a look at. And then this last one, this is a relatively recent course added, how to use the power of AI to become a better, faster, and higher paid writer. The idea is AI is really quite tremendous. I've posted that it may cause the end of work as we know it. But I think the thing with AI is you need to curate it. You need to be able to be the senior editor. You need to be able to assess what is helpful, what's not, and can put it together. And so in a way, that's what I'm doing, is I'm taking on that role as becoming the person who uses AI to enhance what I have. It's especially good for doing quick research. You have to pay attention to what comes back and you have to verify everything, but it basically can come up and have a quick summary, sum total of the knowledge of any given thing in really seconds. It's really quite phenomenal. And so the next thing here is, what do you need for your success? So everybody is unique. My experience here is, they've always say niche down on something. Well, the reality for me is almost everybody who contacts me has something different. In some ways, I've had to learn how to do things because they've asked for something that, I don't know. I haven't done that. It's, or I haven't even seen something. And sometimes I've had to invent solutions, but, there are some basic things like making sure your online profiles and making sure all your online presence is effective. That applies to everyone, but relative to your specific thing that you're trying to offer or sell, that could be quite specific to you. So my invitation is to go down and visit this page, click on the button, make an appointment, and tell me what you need. Tell me what it is you're missing, and show me what you've got. Maybe you've got 90% of everything you need already. It just needs to be tuned up and you need to fill in a few gaps. Maybe there are a few things, maybe you're not comfortable doing videos or webinars or something, and you need help with that. So we don't know what that is yet, but let me know. I'm just going to say that chances are I can find a solution for you and we can come up with a reasonable rate. Very basis. If you make an appointment with me, we'll have a discussion, and I'll compose a short document of recommendations. And if it's appropriate, I'll put in a proposal about how to work together. I generally like to work on a monthly retainer, and I have a retainer that's pretty steady, will cover most things, and we can make an adjustment either down or up. I have a few at some end. I've had people I've done a lot of work with before, and now they pay a small retainer because basically I've got a bunch of marketing assets in place, including websites, and they pay to keep those up. And every once in a while we have a conversation and we do some tweaking with it. But if you're really serious about, you've got something that you really think you can sell, pretty active campaigns are required. Like many of the things I've suggested is you could do a power posting once every 3 days, or maybe even every day, every weekday. And it depends on your return on investment. Some things you can do a little bit and do okay. Most things you need to do at least one thing a week. But if you do more than one and it's providing a return, I think the thing with marketing, the general idea is if you put say $500 worth of effort into something and it returns more than that, returns $1,000, then you keep on bumping it up. You keep on bumping up your investment and effort until it stops working, until you stop getting the return on investment. So that's we can run with that, and that's where the base plus commission can really work off. Is if I'm making money on it, I'll just keep on doing more and more and more, and we'll just feed the fire, and everybody will be happy. So no matter what it is you want to talk about, even this is all marketing oriented, but even if you just have a book you want to write for fun, let's have a conversation about that. You've got a book you want to convert into a course you want to convert into a book, any of those things. But primarily here, I'm talking about copywriting and marketing, and that's probably good for now. So hope to hear from you soon. Go to the page there. It's at sharedvisions.com/copywriting. You can read through it. I resisted the temptation to put a lot of links in there, so there aren't any real links. The only link is to make an appointment to discuss your goals and your project and what you want to do. So again, happy Friday. Talk to you soon.